Okay, now let's talk about astronauts. Astronauts from Russia, Japan, and United States have successfully docked on the International Space Station less than 6 hours after launch. Correspondent Uri Shapira has more on the past of space exploration and its future in the private sector.
Space, the private frontier. With great concern and anticipation, 3 new crew members from the US, Russia and Japan arrive at the International Space Station Thursday after a successful launch of their Soyuz capsule from Kyrgyzstan. The capsule's liftoff was postponed for 2 months after the launch failure of an unmanned Russian cargo ship to the ISS last April, which raised questions about Russian rocketry.
We were very confident in the analysis that our folks back at NASA have conducted, and we're very confident in the rocket at this point. We're very eager to fly.
The astronauts are perhaps eager to fly, but a recent series of unfortunate events made space travel more difficult. The space race became a national and political goal for both the Soviet Union and the US in the 1960s, when American President John F. Kennedy named putting a man on the moon and bringing him back to Earth as a top priority. But in 2011, spaceship Atlantis returned from its last mission and closed the door on the US government sending its own craft into space.
And liftoff.
In 2006, NASA launched the Commercial Orbital Transportation Service, or COTS, a program aiming at coordinating the delivery of crew and cargo to the ISS. In the meantime, new companies such as Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic have begun promoting private space flights, which would provide those who can afford it the desired experience of leaving the Earth's atmosphere. On the surface, it seems like a win-win situation for everyone involved. But as we know, many laws on the ground cannot be implemented in space. On October 28, 2014, an orbital science core rocket exploded just 1 second after it was launched. A week later, a Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2 crashed during a test flight, killing 1 pilot. And last June, an unmanned Falcon 9 rocket built and launched by privately owned SpaceX company was destroyed about 2 minutes after liftoff. But blaming the so-called privatization of space is too easy. After all, accidents occurred even under strict government inspection. NASA Administrator Charles Bolden actually sees the partnership with the private sector as an advantage in a much bigger goal.
Turning over low Earth orbit transportation to private industry will also allow NASA to focus on an even more ambitious mission, that of sending humans to Mars.
Exploring outer space continues to occupy the minds of many. The combination of a free and open market with investors and entrepreneurs who take an ambitious project and a growing market of curious consumers promises that the space business will continue to expand. But will we continue to boldly go where no man has gone before, and at what price? The answers are still up in the air.